We are live. What it is, and or isn't. Thank you for joining us. This is the Beat the Bag wrap up show. This is the last Beat the Bag wrap up show of the season. Next Tuesday, I will be in transport back to San Jose, Costa Rica from the friendly confines of Canada, where I'll be celebrating Christmas with the family. But this is it, man, and I'm really thankful to be here. So, what up, cappers, gamblers, punters? Que pasa, Sluta? Que pasa, Spidey? Just across the street. And what up, sports fans, man? It's a treat. It's Tuesday, December 19th, and I'm about to be joined with some incredible cappers, and we're going to break down this week's card. My man Saul Goodman is in the house, getting it all fucking started with me, which is a treat. And yeah, man, I had a fucked up week, man. 1, 2, and 2. 1, 2, and 2. Two fucking pushes, man. Down 1.15 units. I am 36, 33, and 6, up 10.92 units. Good for 93rd out of 632 people. I took a lot of shit early in the year. This Canadian kid can't fucking cap all that fucking garbage. Now I'm up 11 units. And, oh, sweet. Aspire to a late, my man Minnesota Matt. What a treat. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Aspire to a late, gave out the lock of the century, and I should have tailed it. A big mistake, man. I was just fucking so cloudy today with 45 games. I just had such a difficult time focusing on just handling such a huge card, and that was a big mistake. Aspire to a late, and please don't allow me to do that again. We got Scott Carter here ready to fucking cap with us. We got my man Pedro Barbosa ready to cap. Big Dad 138, Arian Costa ready to cap, man. This is sweet. So this is a very big week for me in the Beat the Bag contest, and I'll tell you guys why. The prick called me out week 2, week 3, called me out. I had a bad start to the contest. He called me out. A bunch of shit, and I had to keep my fucking mouth shut because I didn't have a good record. And now he has a better winning percentage than me, but he fucks up those best bets, those crucially important best bets. And I don't, man. I've hit 7 out of my last 8 best bets out over 9 weeks with one push. And as soon as this next week's over, I'm going to fucking come at that fucking prick on every fucking SBR site there is. So if you're watching, you fucking prick, before you die of fucking congestive heart failure caused by fucking diabetes, I'm going to fucking come at you, motherfucker. I'm up 3 units on you, you cocksucker, and I'm going to fucking come at you in every fucking way I can. I've been holding it in for 10, 12 fucking weeks. I'm gonna come at you, motherfucker. Okay. Is he a real person? Yes, he is a real person. And he's a cocksucker. And Saul Goodman, what do you mean? What about me, man? I said what it is, Saul. You're the first guy here. And we got a lot of action going on tonight. A lot of action, a lot of exciting stuff going on. First off, my Marshall pick looked bad. It looked really bad. It was 47-27 after the first half for Xavier, and I had Marshall plus 20.5. And Marshall's come back. The fucking Thundering Herds had a big second half. So right now, thanks, Taco. Oh man, you guys are so. Do you dislike him for real, or this just for the beat the prick? It's not that I dislike him. It's that SBR wanted me to do this contest, the Beat the Bag contest. And it's okay to feel threatened. Everybody handles feeling threatened differently. And I had a bad week early on, and he just jumped all over me. And there was nothing I could do. I was the fucking new kid. I was in a vulnerable spot, and I had a bad week, and he jumped all over me. And I had to fucking hold it in, and I've held it in. Now, he's got a great winning percentage. This is the best the prick has ever done, and I'm still beating him in fucking units in my first time doing this competition. And I'm going to come at it. So that's why I really need help this week. Ron Fig in the house. Sweet. Sweet. So do I really dislike him? Yes. I dislike him. He felt threatened by me, so he fucking hammered at me. And so not only do I dislike him, I fucking despise him. And I've been holding it in for fucking 11, 12 weeks. And the reason why, even though I've been ahead of him in units, I've been trying to get ahead of him in winning percentage too. So at least I have nothing to come back at me with. At this point, I don't think I'm going to catch him in winning percentage, but hitting my best bet, that's what it is about. Ron Fig, what a treat. Christian Orozco, sweet. Cleveland -1, man. Oh, fuck. Thank you, Big Dad. God damn, I just want to just fucking hammer at him in every SBR platform there is. Yes. I did have a shot before the show. Aspire to Late, Minnesota Matt. Hako says, what do you do, Jimmy? Always fucking great research. Fuck that motherfucker. Thank you, Hako Schofield. Well, I know that we are a team. You guys, like, fuck. I mean, everybody here on this so far, I mean, more people will be coming, but you guys have we've all become a team. That's why we're capping so well. I'm in now that I could lose this fast. But as we speak, I'm in the black in every single sport. Officially now, 2 of them I'm only up 0.4 units. But it's because of working with you guys. Is I study my ass off. That's the only reason why I'm succeeding. And then you guys help me. We help each other all day long. And that's why we're winning. And that's why we're going to be able to beat the books, because there's going to be 300 of us against the fucking books, man. Because one of us, the books fucking win, man. It's 11 is more than 10, and it costs us 11 to make every fucking bet against the spread. But when we work together, that's when we start changing our lives. That's when we start making real cash. And sitting beside Pete is just an honor, an absolute honor. But yeah, I have had a shot. Aspire to Late says you can tell. Okay. The bag, and now I know why they call you that. El Dino Della Cool. Yeah, you watched the series, man. Thank you for being a part of this show and capping with us. We got a lot of capping to do. My man Minnesota Matt, Aspire to Late says, I knew you would get out of the red. You did say that too. You said it in both, especially in NHL. You said it but I mean, it's Islanders just scored to tie it up. Fuck yeah. Got some puck lines out there. It's uncomfortable being only up 0.4 units in 2 of the 5 sports that I'm up in, but up is up, a couple hundred bets, up is up. But thank you, man. Scott Carter says, and your fun helps us too, man. Well, I haven't been doing enough fun because we have stopped doing betting with the bag, and that was where I kind of did all the comedy. Now I'm just like, I'm working as hard as I possibly can for us. It's not for you guys. It's not for me. It's for fucking us. And that's the only reason why I'm succeeding. I'm not, I've been a gambler as for a living for a long time, but it takes more than one person. It takes us as a team fighting together and really studying together to make this, to take this to the next level, to make our lives fucking better, to get better pockets and hotter sleuths, man. Aspire too late to I'm gonna cry. Ace King is in the house, sweet. Nice. Hako Schofield drinking Crown with me. Oh, we got Tomor in the house, perfect. If we get Jimmy to drink enough, we can get him to cry. Cash my first bet, first half bet on Philadelphia. Amazing how horrible Sacramento is on the road. Damn, Tomor, you are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Also, but first off, before we get in, isn't this a wild game between the Bucks and the Cavs? I don't remember anything being quite this wild, where it's the public against the fucking sharps. And it's so black and white here. It's exciting. It's really exciting. I'm with the public, man. I'm with LBJ -1. They've won 18 and 19. All these fucking sharps, I think, are just trying to be sharp and trying to bet against us. I think we get this, man. I think we take this cash. But yeah, next level here in the house. Sweet. Yeah, what the fuck is with the line? It's Big Dad says, yeah, it's fucked, man. It's fucked. It's a very exciting spot. Cavs, Bucks, and we'll be following that game all day long. I'm 6 minutes and 20 seconds away from cashing with my Marshall Thundering Herd. Get the fucking day started right. We got the Islanders just tied it up at 2. They score a lot of goals. If I'm taking Islanders offense against Red Wing offense, I'm always going to take the Islanders. So we're in shape for a good night. I got Arkansas State on the first half line. That's really exciting too. We got a lot of action out there. It's going to be a very exciting night. George Antoine, man, thank you for joining us. And James Pomeroy. James Pomeroy lost my bankroll today. Any advice? James, the night just started. What were you betting? Were you betting soccer overseas? Give us some more info, pal. And George Antoine says, I'm thinking Milwaukee Bucks versus Cleveland will be fixed. Come on, man. Come on. Southpaw says reload. James rob a store with black polish face. Come on, Scott. Tomor says I see the reason to bet Cleveland, but I think when the look ahead is too obvious, the angle doesn't work. Everyone knows it's a potential letdown spot, including Cleveland. I hear you. I hear you. And George Antoine says, I'm new here. Well, welcome, my friend. Thank you for capping with us. And Pedro Barbosa says, someone at Wizards versus Pelicans, I've never seen so many missed calls in my life. Big Dad says, who are they playing next? It's Golden State. And for those of you who don't know, I guess it's been a week. Has it been a week and a half, or was it just last Thursday? Must be a week and a half, but it must have been a week and a half ago. I can't remember now, but I think, was it just last Thursday? Last Thursday, I don't know. You guys can remember better than me, but fuck, man. I was down 11 and a half units, and the legend Pistol Pete Loshak gave me an inspirational speech. And goddamn, was it wild, because I'm up about 17 units. I don't know if it was a week and a half or just a half of a week. I can't remember, but I've been on a tear since then, and it feels good. And I'm up 6 units now from down 11.6 units just shortly a little while ago. James Pomeroy says, yeah, from the UK, bet on Manchester City win. They drew 1-1 goal in the last second of the game. By the way, I love all your content, bro. Thanks, James. Well, it's tough. One thing that we've been doing is we've been working together as a team, and you probably got guys you cap with, but what we're doing on the morning show right now is we got fucking 300 of us, 350 of us that are capping together, and that's what's really really working. It's really working. I know it's working because I can see from our records we're making money, and that's a tough thing to do in this business. So I think it's just about strategizing with the right guys, the guys you respect, the guys you trust, and working together to build a bankroll. And then also, I bet the same amount of money on every single bet. One bet I made, or 2 bets I've done 3 times what my normal bet is. But and that's a unit to me is $150, which is low. I don't have a lot of cash, but I want it to be $200 soon. And if I can have a good week or two, I think starting January 1st, I can make each bet $200. That's what I'm gunning for right now. All right, King Rail, what up, man? Thank you for joining us. Says, any thoughts on the Caps, Knights under, and Nevada to cover for 100? Well, the Caps are in a very interesting spot, and that starts in 17 minutes in Dallas. And they've won 10 of their last 12 games. Dallas just came off of a really good Eastern Conference road swing, which is tough. Western Conference teams going east and Eastern Conference teams going west, they're both very tough. They went 2-1-1. They're now, I believe, 18-14-1 or something, 18-14-0 or something like that. I don't believe in this Dallas Stars team. I think they're top heavy. As some of you guys know, I got plus 500 on a $100 bet for them not to make the playoffs this year. But one of the reasons why I like fading Dallas too is because their special teams are falling apart, and that's like a huge thing to me. Special teams are difference makers in the NHL, huge difference makers, and they're a sign of good coaching and team skill sets. So I'm not a big fan of Dallas in this contest, but to think they're only minus 117 at most books is pretty wild for a home team. But Washington's playing really well. I don't know if that helps you enough, but I guess I would lean Washington, I guess, but it's not the easiest spot. And then what was your other question? Sorry, you said thought the Caps, Knights under. Oh, both you're thinking both unders. Okay, sorry, I was just saying sides there. Let's quickly go to the under before we get into all the football today. It's 7-2 fucking Cavs early. Fuck yeah, Sharps. Sorry. 5.5, under 5.5. It's tricky. Those 5.5s are so tricky. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've barely taken any 5.5s, and I'm about to lose one in Ottawa, Minnesota. I've barely taken any this year, and I shouldn't. And that's why I've been successful. I think I'm taking big dog spots, and I'm about to lose this fucking Minnesota. Ottawa's 3-1. It's not even halfway through the game. I'm not comfortable with the 5.5 unders, and I haven't been all year, and I'm doing pretty well. Well, I'm 0.4 units up. NHL's fucking hard, dude. But yeah. So let's see. So Caps, Knights under, and Nevada to cover. It was tough for me to stay off of Nevada. I've been burnt a couple times in this with them lately. I really like their team, especially when they're not playing against a team that can exploit their lack of size. And I didn't, the UC Davis, Nevada. I have to go back to my notes right now, which I could pull up, but I like Nevada as a basketball team, and I've only lost money on them in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, but I like them. And what's the spread right here? Quickly, sorry guys. UC Davis spread. Ooh, 16, 17. That's a lot of points, man. That's a lot of points. I don't know. Let's see if some guys in the chat want to help us out with that one. Okay. Tomor says, I have New Orleans +3. I didn't even care they were down 18. The same as I didn't care Boston was up 18 when I had them last night and lost. That's the NBA. Okay. I feel you, Tomor. And I love capping with you, man. Hawko Schofield says, like over second half Pelicans Philly parlay. Ooh. And Cleveland up 5. Hawko says, best fucking morning show around. It's exciting. I hope. Aspire to Late says, I predict it will be 1,000 within the next year. Guys that we're capping with. I hope so, because you know what? The numbers aren't climbing. And they started climbing like the first week or two, but then they stopped climbing. I was expecting them to climb. I hope you're right, Minnesota Matt, Aspire to Late. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. We want the show to be successful. We want to build, and it doesn't seem like it's been climbing the last week or two, but it is holiday season and shit like that, so maybe that's it. And then James Palmer says 100% needs to be the right guy. So absolutely, and guys you trust, the guys you like, and the guys you want to talk to, like Aspire to Late, Hawko Schofield. These guys, they bring so much joy and happiness to my life when we talk every day about whatever sports, whatever leans and angles that we're trying to find. Devon McDonald, man, new. Nice to have you, man. Bag, you taking the Niners with the points this week or not? Let's get into that game. You know what? I hate to admit it, but I fucking left the Niners off of my card this week. I've had bad luck when I win big bets 2 weeks in a row and then take them a third time, and I stayed off of them, and that upset me, because the fucking Niners are the real deal, man. I can't wait for next year. So I'm not sure yet, Devon, but we'll break this shit down. Pedro Barbosa said Pelicans just come back a 24-point spread to 6. Really? Jesus Christ. Have they done that? Come on. Oh my God, they've done that. That is so exciting. 36-25. Nice. Tomor, you're going to be cashing tonight, baby. Fuck yeah, man. Lou Chase Fox, my man. I love running with Lou Chase too. Says, rolling with you on those Cavs. Fuck the Sharps, man. Let's get it. Let's fucking get it. Pedro Barbosa says, I hit the plus 16.5 live. And with the Pelicans. Fucking beautiful. King Rail, my man. What a treat it is to run with you. Native Queen. Nice. Native Queen, you're sharp better, and we love having you on our show, Loshak and I's show. Native Queen says, you ain't lost yet, Jim. Remember, if you say you're going to lose, you will. And Cavs are up 15-4. Fuck the Sharps. But, I think we're looking okay here. You're right. I haven't lost yet with the under. Thank you. You're absolutely right, Native Queen. And I try to be positive as much as possible, and I try to pass that to guys I gamble with. So thank you so much for reiterating that to myself. I also need to hear that sometimes. Marshall is down 10 with 2.5 minutes left. But Buffalo's down 8, and I've got Buffalo to cover the double-digit spread as well. So we got more work to do, but I think we're in a good spot. And Cleveland's my only pick in the NBA card, and I'm fucking hot as fuck. I'm 6th out of 83 in the SBR competition, NBA competition. And that's what, on Friday, I went 7 for 8 and forgot, like, it was such a busy day. I didn't even put those picks in. So I'm fucking kicking ass right now. It feels good. And it feels right. But I don't take credit. I swear, it's sitting beside Loshak every day, twice a day for 2 hours, and then running all these ideas with you guys. It's what's changed in my game. Okay, shit. I'm back. Southpaw says, I swear, if P. Diddy buys the Panthers, I will hang myself. Why, man? Let's get that old fucking clown out of it, man. What a fucking cocksucker. Do you remember when Hardy got cut by the Panthers, and that old fucking cocksucker was saying, he teared up about abuse for women? He's fucking crying. I hate those fucking guys so much. Those holier-than-thou fucking pricks who pretend to be these righteous guys, and they're actually just fucking the worst people inside. So I anybody than that fucking two-faced fucking asshole, man. What a cocksucker. Okay. Let's see. Next level says, keep being positive, Jimmy. You will be noticed. Thank you, my man. You know what? It's this has been the best few months of my life. So and it's running with you guys. Luke Chase Fox says, dude, Jimmy, you know I've been with you since Toronto because you keep it real. Y'all will continue to grow. Keep grinding. Oh, Luke Chase Fox, man, it means so much that you've run with me, and you have, man. I took a lot of heat, man. I took a lot of shit, and Luke Chase was always in my corner, and it means the world to me. Matthew Barnum, what up, man? Thank you for joining us. Says, hope you have a big night tonight, bro. Thank you. Big Dad says, yeah, the Niners have been cash in my pocket, man. I feel like an idiot for not having them cash in my pocket. They were big for two weeks in a row, and then I stayed off them, which is stupid. Devon McDonald says, thanks for the insight, bag. Oh, man, let's get to this, man. Let's make some money. Hako says, Jimmy will win big night. Oh, JD Williams in the house. What a treat. Native Queen says, you and Loshak are the sharps. Native Queen, you are zero jokes yourself. You're the truth. God, I love the way Loshak gets so excited with whatever angle, whatever lean you're on. I just love it. I love capping with you. So we're on to something, man. We're on to something. King Rail says Vince McMahon is trying to buy the Panthers. Also, XFL is coming back. Vince is trying to get a TV or digital deal. Diddy Ross and George Clooney heard to be interested in XFL comes back. Jesus, I didn't know that, King. Wow. Tomor says, I think the biggest issue for shows on SBR is also what makes them appealing to some. Bettors want very specific info and discussion, not the normal clown stuff on ESPN that is entertaining but stupid. You know, I don't even fucking, I'm on ESPN's site a lot, but I don't watch a fucking thing that they do anymore. Dirk Diggler in the house says, hey, Jimmy, are you at the office at work? How many hours do you work in a day? Oh, Dirk Diggler, it's fucking sad. Thank God I have nobody because it's fucking sad. Well, I'm up about 4:15 at the latest 4:30 every morning, and then I try to get capping right away. And I just moved into a new spot. Like I've been all fucking trying to find a place to crash, and it's fucking tough, man. I've been here at work since 5:30 in the morning. I've been here. It'll be 14 hours and 8 minutes that I've been fucking here, man. It's tough, man. It's tough, but it's the only reason why I'm succeeding is because of the work. There's nothing special about my capping. The only reason why I'm winning right now is because of the work that I'm putting in. And so yeah, I'm here. I've been here, and I'm fucking here too much, man. But this is my life, and I'm so thankful for it. Oh, Armin, nice. Armin, what up, man? Shit. I miss Robinson Yepes, man. I'm gonna call him after tonight's show. Armin, have you been talking to Robinson, man? I hope he's doing okay. Diggler says, did Loshak go home? Loshak is a ninja, man. You never know where he is, and he's very quiet, and you never know. So he could be here. I don't know. Pedro Barbosa says, I'm in on Cavs too, mate. Let's get this money. Yes, Pedro, let's get this fucking money. I need the money bad. Let's get it. Lou Chase is on Buffalo with me, so let's shit, man. Well, look, Marshall's going to cover fucking easy, man. Buffalo's coming back too. This is going to be good, man. Let's get this fucking cake. Let's get this fucking money. Clemson's up too, man. Oh, this feels good. Feels good. Feels fucking good, man. Winning feels good, and it's fattening. Armin says, sorry, been out for a while, got my ass working a lot. Hey, man, it's all good. Native Queen says that Marshall has cash. Yeah, it has. Yes, it has. King Rail says, I'm on Cavs first quarter and full games. Both bets 200. Let's go. Oh, perfect, King Rail, because I only got $150. I only got 150 on this game. But 17. Okay, well, let's not get carried away, but I think we're in good shape. I think we're in great shape. Let's see. Ride the wins, Jimmy says. Scott Carter, man, it feels good to be winning because you know how fucking ebbs and flows in this shit, man. It's tough. Devon McDonald says, if people able to bet on XFL, Vegas would be ruined. Yeah, even these college games, like these guys are making no money. It'd be pretty easy, I bet, to pay somebody and fix a game. Let's see. JD Williams, Jimmy, I will be radio silent for the coming days and weeks. It's the end of the road for my mother, so please keep her in your thoughts, and I will wish the best for you, Jimmy, and all of you, the viewers. Oh, JD Williams, man, that's so sad. I'm so sorry. Life can be so difficult, and there's so much that we don't have control over. And what's going on with your mom is so tough. And all of us here at the SBR, everybody, and all the guys we kept with, we send you our energy and our positivity, JD. You're a great guy, and I'm sorry that you have to go through this. And just wish you the best, pal. And you said that in March you'd be coming down to Costa Rica, and I'd really like to help make that happen. And in life there's darkness and light, and when you can get through this darkness, there'll be a lot of light around the corner for you. And I hope to provide some light for you as well, my friend. So my energy and my love goes out to you and your family, and I can't wait to hang with you on the other side of all this, my friend. Aspire to Elate says Loshak clearly killed someone in New York City. That's funny, Aspire to Elate. I was just getting very serious, and that's a very funny line. Native Queen says that's why they're being exposed now. Yeah, man. Xavier under cashed. Oh shit, I'm way behind. Sorry. Shit. Xavier under cashed. Beautiful, Luchase, get that cash. Tomar says, I'm glad to see the owners get criticized. Everyone shits on Goodell, but he's just a front for the owners, and he says and does what they want. I fucking despise that fucking Panthers owner crying when Hardy was in a domestic assault situation. And he's such a fucking guy. Those guys are the ones I hate the most. The guys who pretend to be holier than thou, and they're the fucking worst of everybody. God, I hate that shit. Look who it is. Gabe Plyer. Jimmy pretends to have a local bookie. LOL, broke loser. Look who it is. Chris, do you really want to do this, man? Do you want to do this? Hey, Chris, if you come back and say another line, we can do this. It's totally up to you. It's totally your call. So I'll look out. If I see another green, then I'll know you want it. So I'll be happy. I'll be more than happy to talk about your life if you want to do this. So it's up to you, man. Ball's in your court. Tomar says, I think we should see the facts with these cases before making judgments, though. Nah, man, fuck this guy crying over the Hardy thing. Big Dad says, oh, new troll to the room. It's all good, man. If he wants it, waiting to see it. If he wants it. Wait, sorry. Okay. Let's see. Okay, there. Andrew Cisneros. What up, Jimmy? Nice to have you, Andrew. Tomar says, LOL, what's wrong with having a bookie? Don't worry about it. Native Queen says, Loshak is in the witness protection program. I love his look, man, because I watch videos of his old look. I think this new look is fucking dope, man. King Rail says, no troll, that's the real Gabe, man. No, Gabe's such a fucking great guy. It's definitely not him. Aspire Too Late says, okay, first game is, Robbins and Yepis, finally, man. Miss you, pal. I'm going to holler at you. I've been so caught up in my own bullshit. It's my fault. But I'm going to definitely get at you, and I miss you, pal. Luke Chase Fox says, this is a tougher week in NFL. Sorry, we're 28 minutes in, and we haven't even got to it. But we'll get it. Okay, King Rail says, like this video and sub, please support Jimmy. Oh, thank you, King Rail. And Tomar says, King Rail, what do you mean that can't be the real Gabe? Yeah, he's joking. Christopher Moniz, man, sorry I'm late. Thank you for joining us. It's all good. Jets scored. Yeah, I know. I wasn't very comfortable with the way the Jets outplayed the Blues. I wasn't very comfortable with making that call on the Predators money line. But the Predators are a very good team, so let's just be patient. Let's just be patient and let the Predators take care of business. Robinson says, sup, bro. Native Queen says, Cavs first quarter over and first half, man. Well, the Bucks are mounting a comeback, which is not nice. Not what I was hoping to see. But Dirk Diggler says, Jimmy, which city do you live in? I'm in Calgary. Well, I'm from Vancouver. Been living in Toronto the last couple of years, but now I'm down here in San Jose, Costa Rica. But I dig Calgary, man. I've spent a lot of time there. It's dope. It's a great city, man. I love those Chinooks, man. The man says, why are you and Pete taking the week off? It wasn't a decision that we made. It was more the higher-ups made the decision, the decision for us. I wanted to go back to Canada and chill for a bit, and so maybe that got into the decision making, but really wasn't something I had. It was a decision that was made for us. Okay, Native Queen says peace and love, JD, and she means that. We all mean that, JD. We all mean that, my friend. Vince McMahon is bringing back the XFL under a new name, UFL, United Football League. Wow, Ron Fick, I didn't know that. That's wild. And then all the cappers caring about JD very much, and that means so much, man. We're all there for you. Oh, there's Gabe Lyer. Yeah, this is Chris. Jimmy, you don't have a local bookie, lol. Okay, Chris. I don't know why this is what you want, and I don't know why, but why do you think I don't have a local fucking bookie? But why don't we talk about you, Chris? Because you, my friend, are a fucking failure. The only reason why you have anything is because your mom won the lottery. That's the only reason why you have anything. You've done nothing ever in your life, nothing for yourself. The only reason why you have a home is because your mom won the New Hampshire lottery. You are such a fuck up clown, nobody. And you have such a shitty life that you need to hammer at me and Big Man on Campus and all these other people because you have fucking nothing. You're such a failure, such a fuck up that you need to do this. You need to troll us because you've never done a goddamn fucking thing for yourself. And you see someone like me who's done this all by myself with no fucking silver spoon from my fucking lottery winning mommy. God, you're a fucking clown. Let's get you off of this fucking thing, man. You're a fucking nobody. All right. Jesus. All right. Yeah, right, Chris. Your mom's been dead. We know the truth. All right. Okay. All right. And he'll be back. He'll be fucking back. Okay. All right. So we've got. Do I have any? Okay. Okay. Are we? We should start. We should start fucking capping. Okay. We should start capping. So if we want to talk. Oh, let me get this bigger. Okay. If we want to start talking any live bets, I'd be interested in some of that too. But I don't need to do. I've got a ton of fucking action out here, and I'm. Oh, Buffalo's down fucking 3 right now. Beautiful. Clemson's up 10. Arkansas State's down 1 with 7:59 left. I got them plus 16.5. Okay. All right, let's stay calm. Northern Kentucky's down 9, which is not great. But we'll see. We'll see how shit goes, man. We'll see how shit rolls. What else do we have going on? I got nothing really. I got Georgia Tech. I'm a little uncomfortable with that stuff. Okay, so and I did fall behind a little bit on this shit. So Philly rolling up 16. I have them full game as well. Nice. Okay, I guess. Oh, Mikey D says best thing is to just ignore the clowns like that, Jimmy. He's just a turd and wants attention from someone. He's just a tout that nobody fucking. He's just a tout, and you guys know that I don't believe in touts. I just think that the whole thing's kind of a fraudulent thing. It doesn't make any sense to me, and all we're trying to do is hit 55%. So if you do the math and you're paying somebody hoping to do 55%, also on top of what you're paying them, then you need them to hit, over 63% just for you to make a profit, and nobody's hitting over 63, 64%. So it's a very dangerous proposition. I know a guy who's actually putting out a documentary on it right now, and kind of that's going to be calling out all these touts. And so it'll be very interesting to see when it comes out. Big Dad says, is this the same guy, Tommy Gonzalez goof, who leaves comments on your videos? I'm not sure. The guy, I don't want to use his name. I don't want him to be like, I don't want him to get any kind of clout over this stuff, but he uses different fucking names all the time. But let's get into our capping, shall we? Tomar says, I think hiring a tout works if you're betting $1,000 a game, but for 99% of people, I agree it's a fraud. It's a marketing game. All their records are bullshit. Yeah, man, it's just it's total bullshit. Yeah, but that's another thing, and there's going to be a great documentary that's coming out on it right now that I think you guys are all going to dig. So, and also like, Marshall lost by 4. Also, like the idea that if I could, I would not be using Bet365 lines to tweet out all my action. That's the dumbest shit in the world. I'm only doing that because I have to do that. I would never put myself in a position where I'd lose more because I'm getting the worst, because I have the worst book in the industry. That's just because I got a local. And I won't always. I definitely need to open up my own books at some of these different accounts. But it makes no sense. Why would I force myself to use these shit lines of Bet365 if I didn't have to? But after all that said, Tomar says, use Heritage, man. They have the best lines, best payouts, reduced juice. I am going to definitely open up a Heritage account. And Buffalo's leading. Fuck yeah, George. Let's get that cash. This is Jameson. I'm drinking King Rail. Let's get it in. Let's get it in me. Okay. Well, it's been a wild 36 minutes. We had the Laughlin whale have to fucking come in here and just fucking put us to sleep. But let's get some fucking capping in for us. Okay, so another thing was I had so many college games. Usually I do an hour and a half session on the football games, but there was fucking 45, 46 college basketball games. And I wanted to cap as many of them as I could. And it takes me a lot longer to cap games than it does some of the other cappers. Like Loshak is a numbers guy. He's a fucking numbers genius. And so he can cap games quickly and differently than I do. And I really need to break them down. So it was such a grind. It was like after the show's over at 12, from 12 to 5 was like the biggest grind, the biggest grind I could possibly imagine having. But and Philip, what up, man? Thank you for joining us. Mikey D says, curious, why do you use a local guy and not one of more of the online places? Well, I can bet as much money as I want, and we have a 25% thing, and I've had a really good 3 months. So I've been in a situation where I've been generally up $500 to $3,000, which means I can make, like even today, I have over $2,000 worth of bets out there. And if I had to be liquid, remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but 2 weeks ago, when I got into that slump in the NBA where I ended up being down 11.5 units, I had a really bad Monday to Thursday. And the only reason why I was able to get through that fine was because I only have to pay out 25% each time. And that gives me time to either catch up or it just gives me time. It gives me time and it gives me space. So if I'm down $4,000, I only have to pay him $1,000 and I don't really need to slow down the betting. It helps him as well because it puts me in a situation where I keep trying to get out of it. And also when I'm up $4,000 or $5,000, he only pays me out 25% every Sunday. So then it gives me the opportunity to lose it, which is what he wants. And I've been with him for years and years. So it's just, he's a funny guy. He's going to be coming down here. And I know it's kind of a legal business, but he's exactly what you would imagine a bookie would be. So and he actually like enjoys comedy and stuff like that. So I think I could probably get him to do some talking. Might need to black out his face or some shit, but I think we could get him. He's been, I guess what, I'm 38, he's 58, 60, and this is all he's ever done. So 40 years. Like he tells stories of, and he's gonna be in a jail and shit like that. Like he's got all the stories you could imagine. But I am falling behind. Native Queen says yes, Heritage is the shit. Homer says best part about Heritage is they separate your futures and straight bets too, so it's easy to track. I didn't know that. Philip, my man, thank you for says got to avoid the negative energy, Jimmy. I hear you. Tomar says I use wager occasionally, but they can be annoying. They don't allow more than 2 Bitcoin payouts if you don't deposit with Bitcoin. Oh, I didn't know that. I've never used it. Islanders tied it up. Yeah, it's at 2, I believe. Yeah. Alana L. Dino Delacool. Fuck that Chris guy. It's not even his name isn't spelled CHRIS. But whatever. He's all he does is fuck with us, you know. King Rail says, I have a legit question in Vegas. I use William Hill or Station Casino app. Should I open an overseas account? Will my profit increase that way? Jimmy, I'm killing it. 53-34. I'm a savage in NBA. Wow, 53-34 is very impressive rate. That's a good question. I think that people in the forum will be able to help you with that. Scott Carter says, does he give you a discount when you lose? He doesn't, and that really bothered me because I was in Vegas, and the guy I was hanging out with, he gets 10% off all his losses. I brought that to my bookie, and he said, absolutely not. I can't get 10% off. But that's something that is something that bookies do, and mine doesn't, which is shitty. So he doesn't do that, Scott. Southpaw says, thought you were 20-something. Ha, ha, ha. No, man, I'm 38, man. I'm fucking been through it, man. I've been through it. If I was in my 20s, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys because it takes, I don't know, it takes a long time to have like an understanding of just to be able to talk in front of people and be comfortable with who you are. Like that's tough to do when you're in your 20s. So yeah, let's see. Cavs leading 34-30 after first quarter. That means that Loshak's going to hit his first half too. Akron plus 1.5 second half. Doesn't sound like a bad spot. Or plus 10.5. Sorry, I messed that. Yeah, I've got to pull up my odds section. Tomar says, King Rail, offshore bonuses are great if you open accounts. And he's right. Just cash Cavs first quarter. Great job. Scott Carter, you get 15% off all. That's incredible. Damn, that's good. That's really good because 10% was the most I'd ever heard. Hako Schofield says, Cavs close game. Fuck. Well, we expected that, Hako. We expected that. Robinson Yepis, man, miss you says, Tomer, how long are you banned in the forum on the forum for this time, bro? Oh man, Tomer, I didn't know that you were banned from the forum. That sucks, man. That sucks. Okay, so let's get to the football, man. We've been doing this for too long. Okay. So there's no Thursday night game, so we're going to start with the Saturday games and kind of roll down. But let's do it. Colts at Ravens. Ravens are 13.5-point favorites. That seems crazy to me. Over under of 40.5. I mean, now I was one of the idiots that was on the Colts on Thursday, and they made me look good for a half. But I think this spread is just way too big. I see the Ravens moving in the right direction, and their offense has improved. Their wide receivers, I mean, when you got Wallace, and I mean, we're talking about old wide receivers who can still, are still okay. They've got a running game that's impressed and surprised, and now they get Woodhead back for a change of pace spot. Flacco looks okay, but 13.5 points, that's a fucking ton. I think that's maybe too many. Let's see. Says, I was reading your welcome back thread by JJ. When I went to page 2, you were banned. Oh, that's so funny. I didn't know you were banned, Tomor. I got to do more shit on that forum. I'm not on it enough, man. Tomor says, I just use the forum to track my picks. There's one moderator who doesn't like me, who tries to find stupid stuff to ban people for. Pedro Barbosa says, we knew that the Cavs will be close mates, but 1.9 to straight to win. I couldn't say no. I agree. Tomer says, I told someone to suck off, and this moron banned me for supposedly making homophobic comments. Ridiculous. I didn't know anything about that, Tomer. I'm sorry to hear that, pal. King Rail says, you can bet other people on there like FanDuel, Tomor, and do you have a Twitter? I just joined. I would like to add you. And Hako Schofield says, maybe Colts with the points. I think so. I just think 13.5 is way too many. 40.5 over under, it's probably where the line should be. Cisneros says, but Woodhead hasn't really been doing too much damage, and they're going to run the ball. They won't throw very much, which Woodhead thrives on the pass catch. You're absolutely right. Faulkner comes in and says, Colts plus the points. I'm surprised at 13.5 line. I did not expect the 13.5 point line. It's shocking. Shocking. I think the Colts can cover that. Now, in saying that, I don't think it would be one of my best 5 picks in the beat the bag, but I do think that's a viable spot. And King Rail says, I'm letting it ride just to the Cavs again, full game. So let's just quickly get a quick scoring update there. Buffalo's down 1 point. Fuck yeah, man. God, what's wrong with Notre Dame? They can't do anything. Clemson's up 13. God, this could be a big night. Oh, you're right. It was fucking 3-3 now. Jesus, I didn't realize that Detroit had scored again. God. Well, you know what? Cleveland's up 4. That's a fine spot to be in. And God, college basketball is looking good. Western Kentucky's down, or sorry, I don't have Western Kentucky. South Dakota State, Drake over, looking good. Beautiful. Beautiful. All falling into place. Oh, this is really good, man. Let's get that cash. Arkansas is beating Wichita State in the first half. I have them plus 16.5. Jesus, the bag's getting fucking money. Okay. Yeah, Buffalo will catch. Robinson says, yeah, I would love to see you on the forum, Jimmy. Yeah, it's my fault. I should be on it more. Tomar says, the forum isn't moderated at all, so there are a lot of racist, homophobic people who will troll you. Yeah, there is that problem. That problem exists in so much. We work so hard at making sure that doesn't exist on our stuff and our shows. But fuck, it's annoying. Scott Pierce says, I really like Jimmy and enjoy his capping and video. Seems like a good guy. Thanks, Scott. Well, let's move on to the next game. And again, I don't have notes on each game, which I usually have because of the college card was so hard. But this is a spot, Vikings minus 8.5 at Packers. The Aaron Rodgers less Packers. He's been put on IR, which was the smart move for them to make. I'm even surprised that they brought him out for that Panthers game. But I guess you're trying to pull off a hero comeback. But King Rail says I should have took Buffalo. Damn, Jimmy was right. Feels good. Preds winning. What do you mean? I thought it was 1-0 Jets. Oh my God, Preds winning. Jesus. Southpaw, thank you for the incredibly wonderful news. That came out of fucking nowhere. That's great. Juan Juarez says, what's up, Jimmy? Juan Juarez, what it is, man? Thank you for joining us. Philip says, is there a late West Coast NCAA game tonight? Yeah, there's a bunch, man. You got UCLA, you got USC. I got them both. Yeah, man. Yeah, Philip. I got both. I got USC plus 15. Those bigs are going to fucking dominate this game. Princeton has no bigs. Their best 3 players are all small combo guards. And but, I think I like USC better than the UCLA game, but, we'll see. Comar says Philly up 4 now. NBA betting. Isn't that wild? Scott Carter says, Jimmy, not to brag, but I gave 1 pick a week last 4 weeks, 4-0. And got Baltimore, got Gore will be fresh, playing hard before go high, go Colts. Interesting. Oh, I respect that, Scott. I'll follow that for sure. Cisneros says, oh, yeah, Jimmy, I ended up getting a local guy, and it's been a game changer. Oh, that's great. That's great, Andrew. It's important to really get to know these guys. Like, I knew this guy that I have. I knew that he was doing this for a while, and we have mutual friends. And so that he couldn't really fuck me. And he's not the kind of guy who would fuck me, but he couldn't do it because we had mutual friends in common. And that really helped out. So you really want to get to know the dude that you're working with. Luchase Fox says, love Vikings and the over 40. Yeah, I think the Vikings are in a good spot here. God, they look like a good team. Can you believe that they're the fucking highest ranked team to take their conference right now? I mean, that's just an NFC team, but that's just shocking. Shocking. Scott Carter says, also Tennessee and Oakland, Vegas takes all the kids' money before Christmas. Interesting. Chad Lee says, I don't see the Vikes losing to the Packers. Definitely not going to lose, but are they going to cover 8.5? I think it's likely. But Luchase Fox says 8.5 seems fair. I agree with that. Tomer says, not that I care, but I don't think I'm banned from the forum. Just don't have access now. As sad as I just use forum to track my picks on spreadsheet, don't care. I feel you, Tomar. Luchase Fox says, I think the Vikings can cover, but if Packers score at all, then over will also. M. Lopez says, I want to get a local guy who doesn't know not to take, who doesn't now and not take sides in total parlays. Doesn't know not to take sides in total parlays. You're not going to get something past these fucking bookies, man. They've been doing it for so long. My guy's 60 years old. I'm not going to get anything past him. I mean, he's bad at paperwork. That's about all. But whatever. Tomar says, I think Minnesota plus 275 to win the NFC has value. I don't see them losing at home, and I think they will beat Philadelphia since they will make Foles pass. I agree. They're going to be very, very tough to beat. What happened to this NFC? It's such a joke now. We used to be the conference that had all of the good teams, and the AFC always just had the Patriots, and now the NFC looks pretty weak. Bucks take the lead by 3. Not good. Philip says, say no more. I'm hopping on that train with you, brother. Let's get that bag. Nice. Bucks are leading. Hucko Schofield says, I like Vikings. I like the Vikings, too. I think they're in a good spot. But let's move on. King Rail says, any game starting I should take? I want to sweat it out with the chat. Any game starting right now? It's 10 minutes. So, well, I've got the over on the Florida-Arizona game that starts in 10 minutes, but I don't know if that is still, I don't think that's plus money. Hopefully, if it's plus money, it might be an interesting spot. Yeah, you get plus 100, plus 102. Let's see what else there is for you. At 9 o'clock. Well, I got Georgia Tech, man. I got Georgia Tech, but I am not the most confident on that one. Yeah, Georgia Tech is the Georgia Tech or the over. That would be the only ones I think that you could run with, man. Next level says Vikings will dominate. I think so too. How are the Timberwolves doing this year? Says Chad Lease. God, it's their third best start in franchise history, and I think they've been such a disappointment, such a major disappointment. I can't even believe. You look at that roster; it looks so good. I think the problem, personally, is Wiggins, Canadian guy that I cheer for so much. He doesn't seem to be doing enough when he doesn't have the ball. He's not providing enough rebounding or assist, and he's not scoring as much. This is the worst shooting field goal percentage, 3-point percentage he's had since his rookie year. I think it's a strain. I'm shocked at these Timberwolves, but just like the Thunder, they could easily figure it out. Pedro says Pelicans draw a 25-point spread. Now it's a 15-point game for Washington. Wow. Andrew says, come Cavs, I'm sweating bullets. Fuck, we need the Cavs. It's okay. Lots of time. Tomer says, I think the Saints are a solid team as well. Since the running game, they can play in bad weather. I have them at plus 1,000. Not a bad spot. Pedro says, don't worry, LeBron carries in the fourth. I'm not really worried yet. King Rail says, I'm on Georgia Tech with you already, Jim. Nice. Okay, good. That gives me more confidence. Andrew Cisneros says, I just have that first half, though. Hako Schofield says, Cavs down by 6. It's okay. It's okay. Take time. Tomer says, I think it's funny people thought Rodgers coming back made Green Bay a contender. The defense sucks. They gave up Naylor Ford to Atlanta. Yeah, man. I didn't make it one of my picks. I just had in my pool, so I can't really brag about it. But I was still on Carolina, but I didn't even have a very good week in my pools anyways. King Rail says, Cavs will win. They finished games. They are in OKC. You're right. Cavs all of a sudden down 7, says Varn. Not good. Aspire Too Late says Cal Poly versus SMU. First half over 62.5. Unbelievable angle I found on first half owners. I'll DM it in the sweet. Yeah, do it, man. I think that's probably a great spot. Yeah, Pedro Barbosa, 21 now, Jimmy. Wow. Okay. Why don't we move on to the next game? Lions -5 at Bengals. Over under a 43. I mean, the Bengals are trash. They're a bad football team. Their coach is Marvin's finally leaving, but this team is bad. Dalton, the Ginger's just been getting destroyed, not looking good. There's just no question about it that there was mistakes being made throughout, especially with their drafting process and having no respect for the offensive line. Everything blew up in their face. They are a bad team. I think the Lions -5 is a good spot. Curious to think what you guys think. Tomor says NBA games are so fluid. Great sport to live bet. You're right. Hako Schofield says I'm going Lions. I agree. Anna Marak, nice. Thank you for joining us. Says Jimmy, sup, buddy? How you doing tonight? Love catching the live NFL capping. Well, thank you for joining us, man. Tonight's going really well. It's going really well so far, but still some work to do. But going really well in NCAA, which is heaven. I'm hitting it. Can you believe Arkansas State won the half outright, and I had them plus 16.5. Clemson's up 14. I have them -7. Buffalo is down 3 with 3.5 minutes left, so it could still go wrong, but I have them a plus 10.5. I've already hit with Marshall. Jesus Christ, this could be a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I need it. I need the cash. Scott Carter says, happy holiday bag. It's good when you are on your own show at night. Thank you, man. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this, so come the new year, because I'm up so early. I'm up, 4:30 in the morning capping, and so it's just too much, man. It's killing me. I love doing it, though, but I just don't see how I'd also like to do a Saturday live show with a race card to do the horses. And I don't even know if I can do that, man. It's just the hours that we put in capping are strenuous and long, and that's the only reason why we're succeeding. It's because of those hours. So it's a battle, you know. Pedro says, I'm leaving Pelicans until the end of the season after this. Yeah, man. They're a tricky spot. Big Dad says, my hands won't let me hand over money to bet on the Bengals. They suck fat balls. You're absolutely right. And the Marek says, I like the Lions. They're a tough team and have something to fight for. Bengals are done. I agree. Luke Coelho says, I love the Lions -5. Bengals have simply given up on the season after their close loss to Pittsburgh a couple weeks ago. Since then, they've outscored 67-14. They don't give a shit anymore. I agree. I think this is a really good spot. Tomor says, I think the Bengals have quit. I bet Minnesota small last week. I think people forget the Bengals were a top 5 roster for years. They just never won anything. I'd fade Bengals if Dalton starts. I agree. Bengals have to consider tanking for a quarterback. No way they pay Dalton $20 million a year. I agree. Anna Mark says, what happened with the Hurricanes, Jim? They were a -5.5 line on the Leafs. Yeah, man, that was a weird game. I didn't watch it. I was so trying to figure out the college basketball, and I'm so happy I did. I feel really good about the calls right now. I think the Lions is a play, and I'm adding that to my notes. Okay, Chargers -6.5 at Jets. I think this is another good spot for the Chargers. I think this is a bounce back spot. Rivers did not play well against the Chiefs, and I was dumb enough to be so confident in that game. It was one of my picks and beat the bag. I was dumb enough to be so confident that I put $100 on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, and $100, or sorry, excuse me, $100 on the Chargers to win the Super Bowl, $100 on the Chargers to win the AFC, man. And obviously, I feel like an idiot afterwards. But I got plus 1,800. It's a bet 365, right? I got plus 1,800 for the Super Bowl and plus 1,100 with the AFC. And I looked like a fool, man. Rivers did not look good in that game. This is a bounce back spot. Petty does not look good. The Jets are, I love what Josh McCown was doing this year. It was pretty exciting to see a 38-year-old career backup have such a good season. And it was sad to watch him go out the way he did. I think Chargers -6.5 is a real spot here that probably should be taken advantage of. And I'm curious to see what you guys think about that. Andrew Cisneros says Hunter Henry out for the season. Keenan Allen is expected to play. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't gone over the injury. I didn't do enough work beforehand for this show on the football games. Just as I said, the college basketball card was so tough. Jets over the posted total, says Art Mead. Interesting. So Jets team total over. Tomar says, I'm not betting this game, and I won't bet Petty since I think he's not an NFL quarterback, but the Jets have played hard at home all year, and I think the Chargers will be demoralized off the KC loss. Hey, man, Tomar, they can still Chargers can still sneak into the playoffs. King Rail, I had Pelicans on money line, waste of money, should have just got a hooker. Yeah, I hear you, King Rail. Aspire to Elite says, everyone in this chat is a better handicapper than me, but I'm a numerical expert. Sweet. And I don't think they're all Aspire to Elite. You're a great capper, man. I need you desperately. You've helped me very much. Tomar says, I think the fact that the Chargers got blown out in such a big game will demoralize them. I hear you. Cisneros says, don't worry, I got you. I'm a big Chargers fan. The man 420, nice. Got to put in the time if you want a winning record. I fucks with you, bag man. Thank you, man. Art Mead says 27-17 final. Art Mead, is that who's winning that game? We need to know. Oh shit! Next level says Islanders are out shooting Red Wings 32-10 after 2 periods in a 3-3 game. Oh my god, how is it 3-3? I tell you, the fucking Islanders goaltending is terrible, and it's going to hold them back all year. All year they're fucked, whether it's Halak or Grice, man. And they had like a Halak. Both goalies had an okay run there, and I was wrong. But I'm telling you, man, those goaltenders are going to hold them back. Andrew Cisneros says Chargers D a little banged up. Perriman might be out last 2 games. I didn't know that. Okay, Art Mead says 27-17 final Chargers. I agree. I think the Chargers can cover this 6.5 point spread. I like it, and I'm taking it. Okay, next up, Rams. And we'll go over what we think our top 5 picks are, but I'm liking the Lions and I like the Chargers. I don't like taking road teams that are 5+ favorites, so hopefully we can find some better spots throughout. But there's a lot of big spreads in this week's card. Next up, Rams, -6.5 at Titans with an over-under of 48. And we still got a couple notes coming in. Tomar says the Chargers pass rush is good. I think it's really good. It didn't look really good against the Chiefs for some reason, but Bosa and Ingram are beasts. Bosa could win Defensive Player of the Year, but maybe not after what just happened. But Thomas says the Chargers pass rush is good, but Rivers just can't throw deep. I think the Jets defense will give them trouble. The line implies the Chargers will be a -12 point favorite at home. You're right. That is what the line implies. And yeah, the Chargers have covered giant spreads at home this year. But I hear what you're saying, Tomar, and there's a lot of truth in what you're saying. Rams -6.5 at Titans. I guess well, let's just take a quick look and see if we're still fucking rolling. Wow, Notre Dame only beat Dartmouth by 10. That's a bunch of fucking bums. Tell me I'm going to get paid. Well, I got paid Arkansas. I'm about to get paid with Clemson. Fucking 18. God damn. God fucking damn. Feels good. Uh-oh. Buffalo's now down 6. I need them to be very calm here. They could easily fall to a double-digit loss here. We need Buffalo to be calm, take advantage of the opportunities, and everything is status quo in hockey. Washington's up 1-0. Burakovsky. Good depth. Okay. So Andrew Cisneros says Jets seem to play good at home. They do. They really do. But this is a Bryce Petty-led Jets team that you can't have faith in. King Rail says, diehard Bengals fan, being so since 1989. Grandpa Brown, I had to be different. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Do we have a chance of getting Gruden? No. My bet is that Gruden is never coming back to coach in the NFL. That's what I think. Art Mead says, stay away from the Rams game. Yeah, it's a tricky spot, but I'd lean Titans here. But no, you're right. You know, the Rams are a good team. Titans have not looked very good. They've been underwhelming all year long. They're the worst team in the NFL with a good record. Matthew Varnum says Cavs Bucks game is on pace to go way over the total. Nice. That means my man Pistol Pete Loshak's going to get painful. Tomer says, I bet against the Titans all year. They've been significantly overvalued since the offense depends on Mariota running and the secondary is trash. But I don't trust a young Rams team off a big win. Those are good points. And goddamn, has Mariota not looked healthy all year? He doesn't look like he can run at all. But Big Dad says Rams are total low-hanging fruit. Interesting. Corey Jean, what's good, Jimmy? Nice to have you, Corey Jean. You seen my fucking college basketball picks? Fuck yeah, man. Gonna get paid. Thank God. I need this cash bad. Tomar says the only job Gruden would take is the Notre Dame one. He'll never go back to working 90 hours a week with the money he's making in the booth. I couldn't agree with you more, Tomar. I think that's the spot. Did Pete hit the plus 110 first halftime? Yes, he did. On the Cavs game. Yes, he did, Pedro. Pete is the legend Loshak for that reason. Well, I guess everybody, Corey Jean says, I see you doing work, brother, man. Yeah, you know what? From the 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock was one of the hardest grinds I've ever had. Since I've been here, and fucking knots in my back, just trying to get as much out of it, and it's looking good so far. But things can change quickly, so very thankful, very happy, making fucking money, and let's just keep at it. But it is a treat. It feels so good. There's been quite a few shows here for whatever reason where I've not done well on Tuesday nights on the live program, and when the messages come in on what the scores are, it's always like fuck. But this is going well, man. Okay, so yeah, I think the Rams Titans is a tricky spot. 48-point over-unders, I think that's too high. I would definitely lean under there, but God, that fucking Saints Jets two garbage touchdowns was so fucking annoying. Like really bothersome. Okay. I should have hit that. Oh God, no! For 59 minutes of that game, I was like, "Oh wow, this under was such a good call." Okay, Browns at Bears. Bears are 6.5-point favorites with an over/under of 38. Browns at Bears. Bears 6.5-point favorites. Yes. Art Mead said, "How is the MILF?" Well, you'd have to ask the pistol that. You can ask him. Oh, I guess we're taking a little break from the Low Shack in the Bag show, so I guess we won't be able to. Corey Jean said, I've taken a few days off NCAA basketball. Got murdered on Saturday with some brutal beats. Stuck to NFL the past 2 days. Man, NFL's a good place to be, but what a weird week. 14-0 with the favorites. Unbelievable. I don't remember ever seeing that. And, I had a lot of dogs, so I did bad in my pools this week. Browns at Bears, 6.5-point favorites. I had the Ravens this past week. The week before that, I had the Browns. And the Bears are not that good of a football team. They destroyed that, beaten up Bengals squad. And then Tomar, you were right. And God, I had you in my head. You were right when you said that you couldn't see this Bears team, or was it you? It might have been Bebsy. I'm sorry, I can't get it. Maybe it was Bebsy saying that you couldn't see the Bears having 2 good weeks in a row with this developing squad that isn't very good. And The Lions beating up on the Bears was really easy, and I mean I didn't have the Bears, but that was just an easy play that I should have made. Which I think this Lions -5 of the Bengals is an easy play that we should all make. But I wonder if you guys think the Browns could cover here. Trubisky hold on to the ball for too long. Kaiser did not look good against a tough Ravens D. Actually, they haven't been tough all year, so I sort of take that back. I think this Browns team has some hope for the future. You know, if you got Gordon and Coleman, our wide receivers that can play well. And when they look at the schedule, man, this is a chance to not go 0-16. I wonder what you guys think. Let's see. Okay, Big Dad says Browns get their first win. Ooh, on the road too. Tomer says I think this is a good spot for Cleveland. The line is inflated. I won't bet them because they suck. But the Bears defense is beat up with injuries at linebacker, but 6.5 inflated in my opinion. Dave, my man Dave Huang, nice to join. Oh, fuck Dave. Thank you for coming in, man. Miss you, pal. Beautiful. Says Jimmy, what up, buddy? Thank you for joining us. Tomor, Aspire to Relate says Tomor must have been a door-to-door encyclopedia salesman. Knowledge is incredible. He is. He knows what he's talking about. King Rail says Mariota hasn't been healthy since he left Oregon. He plays hurt. That's Mariota. He's looked bad, very bad this year. But man, I was so excited about Corey Davis. I was excited about this team, and they've looked awful. Corey Dean says those money line parlay bettors probably made bank this weekend on NFL. You're right. Those, because M. Lopez says Natalie is hot. Yes, she is. She's got that like classic kind of a movie star look. Yeah, she's hot. Anna Merrick says faves are crazy right now. I think Teddy on Sportsbook said this faves run has only happened one other time in NFL history. Wow, I didn't know that. Tomor says, LOL, thanks, Aspire. I do think for a big part of living. I do think for a big part of living, though. I feel you. Oh, Matt Varnum says, do not bet on the Browns. Tomor says, I think this is a game you bet the Browns money line or don't bet it at all. 6-point underdogs win 70% of the time. 6-point underdogs, 70% of the time they cover. Interesting. Luke Cole says, there's no way in hell I'm ever putting money on the Browns. King Rail says, I'm on the Browns money line game. I'll post on my Twitter. Dope, man. Please do. Please do, man. That's exciting. Andrew Cisneros says, should I cover my bet with Cavs second half? Interesting. I'll have to take a look at what the score is. Wow, 5-3 Minnesota over Ottawa. That under was stupid. Oh my God, the Bucks are up 12. Wow. So what? Cisneros, do you have the Bucks then? Aspire to Relate says, who's Natalie? I'm looking for a girl with no knuckles. That's what you should be looking for. A girl with no knuckles or very small, feminine knuckles. Natalie is one of the SBR. She does mainly soccer, and she does some of the things like at the end of videos you'll see her. But but you should look for a girl with no knuckles, man. It's the first thing I look at, man. That's how you can tell trannies, man. You don't need to look for a fucking Adam's apple. Some of these trannies shave that down. Look at the knuckles. The knuckles will always tell the story. See, when you see my knuckles, you know, man, I'm going to have a tough time fucking knocking anybody out. That's why I bottle people. Okay, let's see. Next level says, Natalie is our favorite European soccer capper at SBR. She's hot, awesome, and really good. Nice. Yeah, man, Natalie's great, man. And she's cool as ice when you meet her in person, too. Like, she's great to have her on. King Rail says, fucking Philly and the Pelicans are killing my good night. Yeah, I stayed off both those games because I felt that, you know. Jesse Taylor says, can't wait for the Browns to go 0-16. Tomer says, I think this Browns team is better than some 2- and 3-win teams that get blown out every week. Cleveland has been competitive in many games. I agree. As far as I know Natalie now. Yeah, I do like her. She's sexy. Yeah, man. Okay. Jesse Taylor talking about the Browns says, beautiful failure. Andrew Cisneros says, I have Cavs -1 in the -0.5 in the first half. Oh, damn. Damn, Andrew. I'm. Oh well, no. You know what? They're only down 10. They can come back in this game, man. Let's just be patient. Dave Huang says my wife has small knuckles. Same with my girlfriend. Nice, Dave. Nice. Andrew says it's all about the knuckles. It truly is, man. It truly is. Scott Pierce says I parlayed the Browns money line with Democrat presidential candidates to win. Plus 250 and plus 3,500. 5 candidates, $20 each. Scott Pierce, that's nuts, man. Are you on Twitter, man? Please take a picture of the bet. That's hilarious. Matt Barnum says, "Here's my tweet from Sunday before the Browns game. Assuming you had the 7 to risk money, if you started betting this $100 against the Browns, then go double, double, double. Wow. Yeah, I would like to see where that ends up. Yeah, King Rail respects Natalie. And the Marek says, Jim, you should put a slideshow of pics of people's knuckles together and make people play tranny or not. Oh, based only on the knuckles. Oh, man. And Marek, that is so good. That is so good, dude. Oh, my God, that's so good. You're absolutely right. That is what I will do. Oh, my God. A slideshow. I got to write this down. Oh, and Marek, that is so funny, dude. A slide show of people's knuckles and ask Pete if it's a tranny or not. Well, then I'd have to get a bunch of tranny. I think it should be man or woman kind of thing. But no, tranny might be the better spot. Oh, that's a great line. Fuck, Anna you're a wonderful help. That's so funny. Matt Barnum says you would have made $409,600 and probably double that. Wow, Matt, that's a wild stat. So if you put $100 against the Browns every week and then kept it rolling, let it ride, as we say from one of my favorite sports gambling movies, horse racing movie, where Jennifer Tilly's the hottest woman alive, 1989. You'd have $409,600. That's nuts, man. And that was probably an easy move, man, that we should have done as a team. Wow. Okay, Barbosa, my man Pedro says, it's halftime, mates. Calm down. How many times Cavs come back from the Scott? You're absolutely right, Pedro. They can do it. 10 points. Pas de problem. We don't need to cover a big spread. Pas de problem. Aspire to Relate says, I'm going to send them all sample shirts. Like it. Pedro Boys, I'm loving this +7 handicap on the Cavs. I will hit it. That's an interesting spot. I feel you. Yeah, Corey G needs some points scored in this FAU game. I'm happy I stayed off of it. Aspire to Relate likes the knuckle game. God, Anna Merrick, that is so funny, dude. Thank you for that. Really funny shit. King Rail says, Jimmy, what's your favorite sport to bet? And what sport do you hate seeing end? Well, my favorite sport to bet is horses. Now, I've lost overall on horses, but it just makes me so fucking happy. So gloriously happy. One thing that's happened with the 3 months of me being down here focusing full time on sports handicapping is that I've fallen off in my horse racing. Before I came down here, I would watch at least 1 hour of horse races, and they're only 2 minutes long, so I'd get at least 30 races. I'd watch at least 1 hour of horse racing every single night. Before I went to bed, is what I would do. Before I went to sleep, I would always watch at least 1 hour of horse racing, and I've really fallen off, and it worries me because this is the time where the juvies, like I would know a ton about the juvies that are going to be in the Kentucky Derby at this point, and I don't know a fucking thing. It's funny. I'm focusing all my time on capping, and I've let horse racing go. It's really disappointing. So that's my favorite sport to bet on. And what's my best sport gambling? I don't really. I thought it was baseball, and then I had a bad year this year, so I don't really know. And I think that now that we're all the official picks are legitimizing on our show, that I'll have a better idea of whether or not what sport I'm best at. Clearly, right now it's NFL, but I'm not certain that'll be the case. But a lot of people think that you can't beat the NBA, and I'm only up 5.7 units. But I think you can, and a lot of people truly think that you can't beat the NBA, that the lines are really expertly done. Curious to what you guys think about that. Okay, Matthew Barnum says Brown's fader would have been turning $100 into over 800 grand. Wild. Luke Shaw says, what the fuck happened to the Cavs in the second quarter? I'm not watching that game, but Buffalo-Syracuse is over. So what was the final score? Please tell me. You're not giving me enough info. I'm concerned. Where is it? Buffalo. Shit, I can't find the game. Oh, 74-81. Another cash. Another fucking cash. God damn yeah. God damn yeah. Let's get that fucking money. Northern Kentucky's only down 2. God, Georgia Tech's up 2. I know the game just started, but how about Look at that fucking over in the Drake South Dakota stake. Jesus, man. I can't wait to fucking take a good look at those $1,150 college bets I made. Get that fucking money. Okay, sorry, I fell a little bit behind. Don't King Rail says, "Don't worry, Cavs got this." Got the in-game over 54.5. Oh, good luck, Corgine. Looks like FAU might have to do it themselves. Yeah, that was a concern that Pete talked about. Luke Shaw says, "I've got the Cavs to score over 107 and FAU minus 17. So looking good. Yeah, definitely." Small Thrill says, "With you on betting the ponies, Jimmy." Oh, you're at Western Fair right now. You're in London, Western Fairgrounds. Is that where you are, Small Thrill, man? Fucking wow. Oh, because it's wintertime. Now that's harness racing, which I don't love, but which I don't even like. But I've had fun there before, just getting fucking hammered. But I would probably be inside betting the thoroughbreds. But they don't even like at Western Fairgrounds. They don't even like putting the thoroughbred. They're so into harness racing that they don't like. I'll always have to like demand them to put on fucking thoroughbred racing and get in altercations with them. But wow, Small Thrill. So you must be in London, Ontario, man. Oh, Hamilton, betting on HPI. Okay. Sweet. Wow, Western Fairgrounds. That's trick, man. I'm more into. Can you get so it's 816, 616? Yeah, so I would be. I'd be tough, man. I would have to play fucking right now if it's 816 in Costa Rica. I'd have to be playing like Charlestown, Hollywood Park, those shitty tracks where I lose so much money because you're dealing with $5,000 fucking horses. Yeah, let's see. Joe Flo says, "I grew up hanging with my dad at the track too." Nice. Yeah, that was a spot my dad and I spent, a huge chunk of the time we had together was there. And he taught me the form, taught me everything I need to know about the form. And I really miss it. And it's a mistake that I'm not studying horse racing like I did before. And I think it showed at the Breeders' Cup. I was not, even though I had studied quite hard, but that 3 weeks or a month before then, I wasn't studying like I do every night. And it showed I didn't have a good Breeders' Cup. And that's usually a spot where I really succeed. But there's nothing more fun to me than horse racing. Aspire Too Late says, "What if they're small knuckles, but they're hairy?" It's a riddle. It's not a riddle, dude. If they're hairy, stay the fuck away from them. Jesse Taylor says, "Betting Vegas games to go to shootout 10-1. Why the fuck not?" Betting the Vegas game to go to a shootout. Oh, that's exciting. I like that. And America says, "I cannot wait to see that episode of Low Shaft in the Back now. I can't wait to see Pete's reaction." Well, you know what, and America, I might need some help putting that together too, man. I don't know if you're on Twitter, but let's connect, man. I wanna hang out with you more, man. That's so funny, so original. I love it. Next Level says, "I went to Saratoga last year and watched live and bet on horse racing for the first time. It was amazing. Can't beat the whole experience being at the place." Oh, fuck. I've only been there twice live. Is it not just phenomenal? It makes you think horse racing is still alive and well. There'll be 40,000 people there. It's absolutely glorious and wonderful. Absolutely Next Level. It's an absolute treat. Q's by 7. That's good, man. That's not enough. I got fucking Buffalo plus 10.5, motherfuckers. Making money. Mikey D says, "Cavs down 10.5. I think we'll be fine." Small Thrill says, "Yeah, Saratoga is awesome." Oh, man. I wish, I'm going to figure out how I can start doing live cards on Saturdays here. If I stop doing this, like I like drinking and capping with you guys. It's just that I've been here now. I've been at work for over 15 hours, and that's just not. It's not conducive to life enjoyment. So in saying all that, I really do think that. If I cut this, I'd like to do the Saturday live show, and I don't know. I got to work on it. I got to figure out my schedule better. Matt Barnum says Buffalo covers losing by 7, right? You're absolutely right, Matt. We're in it. And Small Thrill, Hamilton, man. I know where you are. You're at the Hamilton track, right? They have their off track. Yeah, because there's nothing downtown anymore. I've studied it. There's a time I was in Hamilton. I needed to make some bet on some horses, and so you go to that. It's like outside the city, right? It's like a slot. It's like a whatever the fuck they're called. Ontario fucking whatever. Okay. King Railson, I'm happy you and us are cashing, man. Good people, good vibes, good outcomes. Fuck yeah, man. Penn National. A dump, but my favorite dump. I've never been to Penn National, Scott Pierce. I've bet it numerous times, and I'd love to go. I'd love to go. Pedro says, "Have you tried trading in a horse?" You mean like training in a horse? What do you mean, Pedro? Can you You mean like buying into a horse? Give me more information. Matthew Varnum says Drake, South Dakota State total at 114 with 10 minutes to go. Well, I think I'm in pretty good shape then. Let's see. Let me get that shit up. Beat the bag. Oh no, that's not. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure I get the right number that I. Oh, check in the bag. I will see exactly what number I have, Maddie. Here we are. The over on South Dakota State. I also have Mercer, Alabama over 149. I took 2 overs today. 153.5 is what I have. And we're at 114 with 10 minutes to go. So we're going to need some points, no question. Maximus 3D. It's Clint. Oh, shit. I didn't realize this was Clint. Shit, and America. I didn't realize you were Clint. Oh, fuck, man. Of course you're Clint. That is such a funny idea, Clint. Fucking wonderful. Jesse Daly says, I used to work camera at a racetrack with Blaze in the tower and watch Thursday night football games. Fun times. Wow. Jesse Daly, which track? Small Thrill. Flamborough. Yes, Flamborough. Yes. I've had to watch some big races there in my past, just sitting upstairs drinking beers. Oh, and I was at Flamborough when I'll never forget this because we have in Southern Ontario in Canada we have a lot of Caribbean guys, and so like our horse tracks are it's probably too late. Save your money, pal. that's probably too late. Donating $2. Oh man, we save it for our fucking Spidey fund. But God, you're fucking hilarious, man. So that's at Flamborough was when this Caribbean guy would go, he'd go, ride you rat. And I wasn't sure if he was we were hoping he was calling the jockey a rat and not the horse. He just kept saying, ride you rat. And it was fucking wonderful. I love the fucking grimy fucks that you have at the horse track. At the dirtiest horse tracks. That's why I love Penn National. At the dirtiest, grimiest tracks as heaven to me. I don't need to talk to anybody. We have the best one in Toronto in Chinatown. The Chinatown fucking off track is like fucking insane. Constant fights and people freaking out, and it's just wild and packed and fucking glorious. Okay, Luke Shaw just put 50 on the Vikings to win the Super Bowl. Well, I think that they would have trouble with whoever comes out of the AFC, which is likely the Pats. I don't think the Steelers will come out of the AFC. But nothing wrong with that bet. You're getting an okay number. Thomas says Philadelphia tired in the fourth. I hit the first half bet though. Good. Pedro Barbosa says Betfair trading in horse racing. No, I haven't. I haven't looked into that, Pedro. But I should look more into it. And I just miss it. Even talking about it now, I miss it so much. Okay, Matthew Varnum. So we're at 119 with 8:36 to go. That doesn't sound too bad. Next level. Grice is a terrible goaltender. 4 goals on 14 shots. Pukable. Absolute garbage, man. Joe Flo, Long Acres and Emerald Downs in Seattle, man. I know Emerald Downs very, very well. Very well. I know that track so well. So I love going down there. Matt Varnum says, Jimmy, I'm on Drake, San Diego State too. Perfect. Thank you. Big Dad says, I should go visit the Chinatown track. Sounds fun. Big Dad, are you in Toronto? Because you know what? It's funny because other people don't have fun there. If you want a good off track, I go to the Shoeless Joe's on King Street. It's really beautiful. They used to have the Turf Lounge on Bay that was like gorgeous. That was like fine dining, and I knew that wouldn't exist and wouldn't last. But yeah, I think the Shoeless Joe's on King Street is a really dope spot. It's a really great spot. That's where I spent most of my time. Small Thrill says, I like your track associate on your documentary. Perfect. Thank you, Small Thrill. Yeah, track associates. Oh, God, I miss it. I miss that shit so much. I miss the track so much. I'm itching. I'm fucking itching. The more we talk about it, I'm fucking scratching myself right now. I just don't want to play the horses so badly. Thomas says, Vikings would host the Super Bowl. If you bet the Vikings to win the Super Bowl, they will be favored, and you should be able to hedge it if they get there. You're absolutely right, Tomor. You're absolutely right. I don't know why I didn't think of that immediately. Luke Shaw. Tomor is absolutely right. It'd be a home game. Yeah, man. I say do it. I say take it. Rideau Carlton, Jesse. Wow, yeah, in Ottawa. That's a track I had to drive there to make bets for the Kentucky Derby one year. I had to drive there from what the fuck that city called? Everybody's got a limp. It's Cornwall. I did drive there from Cornwall to make bets on the fucking the Derby, and I hit it on that, but I didn't hit big enough. But I hit, and I made bets for a bunch of people, so I came back with a bunch of cash. But it looked better than it was because I had a bunch of cash, but after I paid everybody out, we only made like I think everybody who put in $100 made back 166. So it wasn't great, but it was fun. I still came in honking the fucking horn. Big Dad Oakville, right now. Yeah, of course I know where Oakville man is, man. That's dope. A Small Thrill says Hong Kong racing is the best. I don't think so, man. It's Big Dad says, yeah, everyone is a limping Cornwall. Yeah, Cornwall's the limping capital of Canada. Cornwall, Limpville. I don't like Hong Kong racing at all, Small Thrill, man. First off, they run in the opposite direction. Secondly, they all wear white, so you don't know who the fuck you have to like. I got the LASIK eye surgery, so I can barely fucking see who I bet on. But I think it's a fucking, it's very difficult. I've got some funny stories, but we should probably break down a few more football games because that's what we're supposed to be here for. But I could talk gambling shit with you guys all day fucking long. Next Level says Vikings have a great chance to get the Super Bowl. Great idea with the hedge. I didn't think about that yet either. Yeah, no, I like it. I think Tomor and Luke are on something. Scott Carter says Vikings plus 600 for the Bowl. Oh my God, Cavs are down 16 early in the third. Scott Carter says Santa Anita, that's heaven. Santa Anita's heaven. I still haven't been to Gulfstream in Miami. That's the only big track that I'm still missing. You know, I've been to all the other big tracks in North America. Well, there's only one really in Canada, just Woodbine. I've been to all the big ones in New York. I've been, Churchill, I've Santa Anita. I haven't been to Del Rey. I've been to the Hotel Del Rey, but that's a little different. But yeah, I still haven't been to Gulfstream. That's about it for me. Pedro Barba says Canada and USA races are the best in my point of view. Better info, more money in the markets, more trends. Absolutely, you can't bet. I don't even bother with any. Even the Ascot, the Royal Ascot, I don't even bother because it's so hard to get proper information. It's just fucking bingo, man. You're not studying the races. It's bad. It's a fucking joke. I cannot believe that the Sharps are going to beat us, man. Of course they're going to fucking beat us. Oh my God, man, they're up. Okay, let's just be patient. Wow, Nashville, Winnipeg 3-3. Boston, Buffalo 1-0 after 2. I'm not going to hit that over. If I don't watch it, I'm going to be down fucking back in the fucking red in the NHL. Okay, let's not worry about that. Okay, let's move on to more football, shall we? Next up. Shit, we got to go through. Shit, man, I didn't realize how few games have gone through. Okay, Buccaneers at Panthers -10, over under 47. Again, Panthers are a good football team, but I think this line's too big. I think the Buccaneers can cover 10 points. What do you guys think? I think this line's too big. I also think 47 is too high. I think it could go under. I like my lean would be Bucks, and my lean would be under. Ooh, I wonder what you guys think about that. Let's see. Big Dad says, haha, time flies when you're having fun. Man, I fucking love it. I could do this show with you guys every fucking night. I got a different job to do with the Low Shack and the Bag show. I would love to sit here and get drunk with you guys every night and talk about all the fucking games that are going on. Like, I get it why Gabe loves it. Now, Gabe is like absolutely electrifying and he's such a special entertainer. And Gabe will be on here in 32 minutes. So stick around for Gabe's show because he's just fucking magic. But I get it. I get why Gabe likes it so much. It's fun getting fucked up and hanging with you guys and talking sports. I mean, I could do this for hours and hours and hours easily. And I love it. Let's see. Pedro says, well, now I'm getting a bit worried against this Bucks Caps. Need to be down. Yeah, we need to be single digits going into the fourth. 5 minutes left, 15 points away. Okay. All right, man, we're gonna hit that over. God, I could be having a giant night in college basketball all of a sudden. Thomas said, I think it's a letdown spot for Carolina, but it's a game Carolina has to win to have a shot to win the division. And Tampa Bay has no pass rush. I'm not betting this game. McCoy is the Tampa defense. I think you're right. 7-0 point run. Next ball goes to LeBron. Okay, perfect. Aspire to relate. Just realize you may have a gambling problem. Well, you're in the right place, man. Let's see. So, okay, yeah, we can run. We can go. Oh no, their outscoring is 9-3 in this fucking. But LeBron hit a 3. LeBron's just got to get us back to single digits. Wow, Sacramento beating Philly straight up, and that under hits easily. God damn, very interesting stuff. Okay, well let's fucking. I agree. I agree with Palmer. I think it's a letdown spot, but that's too many points. 10 is too many points. 10 is too many points. Big Dad says, I almost feel like the game will turn out like the Atlanta game. Carolina wins, but not by 10. I agree, Big Dad. I agree. Jesse Daly says, Raptors -1 tomorrow versus Hornets. Sold. Ooh, that's a nice line. -1. And LeBron drills the 3. Beautiful. Now, Thomas Grice just let up a 5th goal. Jesus. The over was such a simple play there. I'm feeling idiot. All the Islanders home games are going over. It's stupid that I'm not making more money off that. Thomas says, I've had success betting Cam at home against shitty defenses like last week. I think Tampa Bay might have gone all in on Monday against Atlanta. That's not a bad idea. Philly Boy says, Winston is not a bad QB. He needs to get his head right. Physically, he's got the talent, but his head is wrong. Who fucking sucks all their fingers in their pregame talks about eating a W? The guy's a fucking clown. Okay. Okay, why don't we move on to the next one? This is an interesting spot. Falcons at Saints. Saints are 5.5-point favorites with an over-under of 52.5. Also, I don't know what you think, you guys think, but I think that 47 might be too high for Buccaneers Panthers. But yeah, Falcons at Saints. Saints are 5.5-point favorites. Saints are a good football team, and the Falcons are a questionable football team. But I don't have a ton of confidence that they'll cover the 5.5 points here. But I do like them, and but the Falcons are just a completely different team than they were last year. And Tomor hates it when I just shit all over Sarkisian. It's not all Sarkisian's fault, but their offense does not look good. And guys like Sanu are being barely used, and the Saints are a really nice team now. Now that they have Kamara with Ingram, their running game is really good. And man, is Lattimore not all of a sudden the best defensive back in the league, best safety in the league? I think he's instantly become that. He looks awesome out there. Curious to see what you guys think here. Thomas, I don't think Winston is that talented. He never feels the rush and played not one good defense in college. The ACC was trash that year. Some truth there for sure. Aspire Too Late says, oh my God, yes, that number is too high. I agree that 47 is too high. Thank you for saying that, Aspire Too Late, because I didn't put down the extra note. I agree. I think that number is too high. And the Marek says, question, how the hell is the total only 38 here? What do you mean? Oh, the only total at 38 I have is Browns Bears. That's the only total I see at 38. Falcons Saints is 52.5. Where are you seeing 38, homie? Tomorrow says, this is a big bet for me. I like the Saints. Falcons have no run defense, and Kamara getting hurt was huge in the first game. You're absolutely right. God, it pissed me off. All the sharps were on the Falcons. I was heavy on the Saints, and not heavy. I mean, it was the same bet I always make. It's just $150, but it was. I thought we had it. Drew Brees throwing that fucking pick in the end zone on second down was extremely bothersome. It was just not a Drew Brees-like play, and very bothersome. Thomas says Atlanta just hasn't come together this year, and their defense, which was top 5 last year, is bad this year. There's no question about it. You are absolutely right on that. 6-3 Minnesota over Ottawa. God, not good. Not good. Okay, Cleveland's within 13. Let's get it to single digits and let's get that fucking money. So, oh shit, my bad. Looked at the wrong line. 53 is much more than what I was talking. Yeah, 53 is where we would expect it. Well, it's interesting to know that Tomar's putting a big bet on the Saints. I like the sounds of that. 5.5 points is somewhat uncomforting. Though I must admit, it is somewhat uncomforting to be able to cover that big of a. Oh, Gary Wedderburn in the house. What's good, bag? Can't stay having a baby tomorrow. Ooh, having a baby tomorrow. That's so exciting, Gary. Man, we will all send you positive energy, my friend. Much love, man. That's very exciting. Get another gambler in the family. Much love, man. But good luck, bro, this week. But I got Saints revenge spot. Shout out the new Prince, Joshua. Wow. Is that your baby? Is that the Joshua? Is that what you have a boy coming? Please let us know. That's so exciting, Gary. Congrats, man. Wonderful, wonderful news. Well, a lot of people are on the Saints. Interesting. I'll put a little note there. Okay, Broncos at Redskins. Oh, wow. That's exciting, Gary. We're all sending you nothing but positive love, right, Cappers? Let's send them all the most positive energy and very excited for you, man. Nels C says Saints D over Falcons D. Both offenses are about even. I hear what you're saying about the D. I agree that the Saints D is better, but I think the offense is better as well. Broncos at Redskins. Redskins are 3.5-point favorites. I tell you what, I'm uncomfortable with this game. This is a tough spot. Broncos at Redskins. Redskins 3.5-point favorites. Redskins are a broken squad. Now, Broncos have to stop with the Simeon. It's just not working. If they can just keep him off the field. And Osweiler looked pretty good in that game. He's the reason why they came back. But I like the Redskins. They're just such a broken squad this year. It's sad to see what they become. They had a lot of potential early in the year, and now the 49ers don't want Kirk Cousins. I don't know who does. Somebody probably, but I don't know. We don't. Let's see. Man, no, that's so great, Gary, man. It's very exciting, man. Get another gambler in the family, man. Tomer says, I'm not betting any of these games or shitty teams. I just think the variance is too high. I bet the dog or pass. I feel you. Aspire Too Late says, like Broncos, plus 3.5. I feel you. Philly Boy says, I love how every week you say the Redskins are a broken squad. Gerard says, I've had 2 vasectomies. Quit while you're ahead. Oh, shit, Gerard. Whoa, 2 vasectomies, man. Respect. Chris IG likes Broncos money line. I guess if I was going to make a move, that would probably be it. That makes sense. Getting a nice dog money line spot. Yeah, Gary Wedderburn says he's getting his vasectomy next week. Don't worry. Okay. LeBron and the boys are but fucking J.R. Smith just missed a 3, but that's fine. Down 12, we can make the single digits. No pas de problème, man. We can make the single digits. Nice. God, I haven't lost yet in fucking college basketball right now. I'm hot as fuck. God, that feels good. Nice. Thank you for the wonderful news, Matthew Varnum. So what? That makes me what? Wow, that is astonishingly glorious news. Am I 5-0 right now? Oh, but this Mercer, Alabama is low scoring. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I got the over there. But goddamn. And UCLA is losing to South Dakota, but it's early yet. Arizona is only being Longwood by 6, but that should change. Wow, I'm liking everything. All right, my man Rob DeLuca, welcome. Says you in Toronto like Morency and Babano. Just started watching your stream. No, Rob, I am down in San Jose, Costa Rica, getting all fucked up with you guys this evening. But I'm from Toronto. I'm from Vancouver, but I've spent some time in my life in Toronto, and I like the city a lot. And but yeah, I'm from Vancouver. I was just living in Toronto before I came down here, but I'm in San Jose, Costa Rica right now. Okay, let's move on. So Dolphins at Chiefs, -10, 43-point over under. Again, I think this is too big of a spread. Not that I want to ever put any fucking faith or money on the Dolphins, but 10 points is a lot of points. And the Chiefs did have a really big win, so maybe they're turning their team around late. Andy Reid's a good coach, and Marcus Peters was playing like the guy we thought he would be. When Eric Berry went out, we weren't sure if Marcus Peters had the ability to step up, and he certainly did against the Chargers. God, he looked very good. But this a lot of points, double-digit spread. I'm leaning Dolphins to cover, but again, as I say that, I just hate putting any faith in this fucking fish squad. Yeah, well, Rob DeLuca, welcome, man. Thank you for joining us. Matthew Varnum says, what's that total in Mercer? I fear what I'm going to tell you is not good. It's 149. 149. Text down 4. Not good. Yeah, and they're at 37. That's really bad. I'm in really bad shape right now. But let's just stay calm. Focus on football. Okay, Tomer says Alex Smith is always a great bet in the division, laying small numbers, but the Chiefs usually don't cover big numbers. But the Chiefs' offense has been solid for 3 weeks since Reid stopped calling plays. You're absolutely right, Tomer. What a good point. Since he stopped calling the plays, they've been falling apart. Robinson said, "Fins up, nice." Arian says, "Yeah, the Islanders' goaltending is horrible. What a fucking very upsetting." I think the Dolphins covering 10 points is Doable. I like it. But we should move on. We only have 21 more minutes, or at the most 21 minutes. We should give you guys a few minutes to take a break before the legend Gabe Morency does it. Tomer says, I think people still remember the Dolphins' bullshit win against the Patriots when the Patriots were obviously looking ahead. Yeah, I mean, it's not fully a bullshit win, but I hear what you're saying, Tomer. I mean, clearly they were doing that, but I mean, I don't know if it's fully a bullshit win. Chris IG says, last two Chiefs games, they beat the opponent by over 11 points. Yes, that is true, Chris IG. That is true. Next level says Florida Atlantic beating Akron 43-3. Nell C says, I'm from the T-Dots too, man. Nice. Great city, great people, man. And big 8-1 victory for you guys today. Okay, let's move on to the Patriots. Speaking of the Patriots, Bills at Patriots. Patriots are 11.5-point favorites with an over-under of 47. That's a lot of. I like the way the Bills have been playing. I think it was such a mistake to bench Tyrod, but the Patriots should be able to cover the 11.5. But I don't think they'll try too hard to blow this team out. Over under of 47, which I think even could lean under. Curious to see what you guys think of this. Okay. Pedro Barbosa says IPFW just trashed Indiana for 20 points. Really? Wow. Let me get to that game. Where is that? Wow. God, college basketball is such a trip, man. That was so easy taking. Oh God, what a joke. How am I not making a shitload of fucking money off of this stuff, man? Look at these hockey. Winnipeg's up 4-3 now. Ugh. I'm gonna miss out. Man, I'm gonna have a. God, this is very irritating because I'm gonna have such a great night in college basketball, and I'm gonna give it some of it back in hockey. God damn! Right when I get to fucking plus units, I'm gonna give it all fucking back. Very, very irritating. I'm gonna need Montreal to hit that puck line. And I'm gonna need Nashville to come back, but I can't have faith in that. I'm gonna need Florida and Arizona to get some goals. Very irritating. And now Cleveland's not even down 15. Okay, let's keep rolling. Let's see. Robinson Yepes, my man, says Finns are back 2-1 since the Ajayi trade. Season begins this week. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. That's so funny. Scott Carter says KC out back-to-back division. Oakland and Chargers wins. I feel what you're saying there, Scott Carter. Big Dad says spread on Bodog is 13 in the Patriots game. Wow. Thomas says, I think it's a bad spot for the Patriots. People forget the Patriots are still very banged up with Hogan, Cannon, Hightower, Branch hurt. Yeah, no, there's Blake Simpson likes the Saints this week. Joe Flo says Browns get the win this week. There's some guys that like it, Joe. Some guys that like it. Next level says under, if anything, on the Pats game. Pats are my team. I'm from Boston. Brady will get the wins. Belichick knows not to underestimate them. The Bills are good. The Bills aren't a bad team, no question. My man Clint says, I don't get it. Seems like the Red Wings only show up when you bet against them. I know. But then they did. The Red Wings did come through for me last week when I had them puck line against the Leafs, and they won 3-1, and that paid up big, like plus 265 or something. Gary Wedderburn says, feeling drunk, our luck, but I'm taking Browns with the first win. And Josh Gordon, player of the game, over 125 yards and at least 2 TDs. Woo. Blake Simpson says, Joe Flo, yes, I'm a Saints fan. Joe Flo says, that's what I'm thinking. James Stacy says, hey, Jimmy, the change in format of the low back shows means I miss your college basketball picks. I'm up at 5 a.m. UK time, which means I missed the late show. Gutted about it, man. Much love, Jimmy. No homo. James, that sucks, man, because the legend Loshak is destroying college basketball. I am up, but marginally, but I won't be after fucking tonight. I'm going to have a fucking monster night. But that sucks, man. There are angles to find in college basketball. It just takes study. No doubt about it. So I'm sorry to hear that you're missing it, my friend. But just wish you the best of luck in your capping, my friend. Philly Boy says close division game. Give me the points. Blake Simpson Saints for Super Bowl. Wow, Gary Wedderburn says, yeah, you saying out loud, I may be drunk. Well, Gary, you got a big day tomorrow. Drink all you need, man. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. I guess the Bills covering the points isn't a bad spot, but tough to take. I also kind of like the under, but Again, tough to take. Okay, we only have 16 minutes left and only a few games left, so why don't we try to keep running? And I do have the note that I need a slideshow of people's knuckles. Ask Pete if it's a tranny or not. God, Clint, that is so fucking funny. Chris, please, man, we don't want anything to do with you. You come on our shows, man. I don't want nothing to do with you. Please, Chris, just do your own thing, man. We're trying to cap here. Okay, Blake Simmons says Saints and Jags. Blake Simpson says Saints win. Aspire to Late says, easy angle to win college basketball. I feel it. I think in college basketball, you just try to find. Now, I know that I might be simplifying this too much, but I think that all you got to do now, maybe I should take this back a bit, but what's been working for me is just finding length. Finding teams like in the Princeton USC game. I'll be interested to see how that goes. I don't know if that started yet. But Princeton has their best three players are combo guards, and they're going up against two 6'10" beasts that are going to eat them up. And when I look back at times I've won, like when I had Boise State to take out Oregon, the reason why that worked was because Oregon is a smaller team, and Boise State's athleticism was going to take care of it, defend the perimeter, defend the paint. I think when I can find length and size, that's when we win in college basketball, and that's what has been working for me, but obviously not as good as the legend Pete Loshak. Chris Barr says, don't talk about me, Jimmy. I don't talk about you guys anymore. Chris, well, that's the interesting thing. So are you saying that somebody else is pretending to be you? Chris, because as you know, Chris, I tried to be your friend. I tried at one point, and you made it extremely difficult. But are you saying that somebody is pretending to be you? Is that what you're saying? Because that is something I will stop this capping for. Is that what you're saying? Because if you are saying that, then that is a twist in the story that I will have to look into. Okay. I'll wait till Chris replies on that. Okay, next game is Jaguars -4.5 at Niners. As you know, I'm on the Jimmy G train, but I'm a half-ass MC, and I didn't take them this week against the Titans because when I had hammered the Cowboys 3 times in a row, I got burnt on the third time, so I thought it would be best if I didn't take the Niners on the third straight time. So, but this Jaguars team is much tougher than the Titans team. You've seen what this Jaguars team can do with their Bouye and Ramsey, and then their fucking front seven is extremely dangerous. Now the Niners have been filling our pockets. Will they be able to do it again? I'm curious to see what you guys think. Okay. Chris Barr says, yeah, dude, we talked about this. I got to go, man. I don't fuck with you guys later. Okay, this is an amazing twist, Chris. Okay, let's just get back to the capping. Okay, Dave Hutton said, okay, sorry. Tomar says, I have bets on. Okay. Tomar says, I have bets on Jacksonville at +275 to win the division. I think Jacksonville is a good bet against shitty defenses, but 49ers defense is average. Now, you're right that the 49ers defense is average, but now they finally aren't on the field for 60 plays a game. When they're only on the field for 40 snaps, they're a better defense than we thought they were. And that's truth. You know, they're a better defense than we thought they were. Aspire Too Late wants to fuck Jimmy G, no homo. God, I'm so happy that the 49ers are coming back, man. It's an absolute treat. David Hutton says, I like Jimmy G, but this is a gift. Lock in the Jags. Interesting. The next level 11 says, USC spread down to 13.5. Game starts in 1 hour and 13 minutes. Wow, that's interesting, next level. I wonder why late money is going on Princeton. I'd love to be able to look into that and figure that out. Jared says Jacksonville will win easily, and I'm a huge Jimmy G fan. Yeah, I mean, Blake Simpson says, "What's your football team?" Well, my football team. Now, people fucking hate when I talk about my football team because my mom's whole side of family is from San Francisco, so I grew up a 49ers fan. But then I lived 3 hours away from Seattle, and they were the worst team in the league for so long. And so, like, Steve Largent and Dave Craig became heroes of mine, even though they were bad. So now I like both the Seahawks and the 49ers, and that bothers people to no fucking end. So first and foremost, I'm a 49ers fan, and I have a soft spot for the Seahawks, and that bothers people so much. So I don't know why it makes people so angry that I could like two teams that are in the same division. Okay. Mitchell Shaggis, what up, man? Says, sup, Jim? Love how you go over the weekly spreads. I'm glad people are on the 49ers here. Jags against the pass-heavy team all day. Yeah, I hear you. Nell C says, I like the under Bills versus Pats. I think that's not a bad spot, too. David H says, lowly Browns for another spot. Gerard says, 49ers have nothing to play for. David Hutton says, Jags defense is unbelievable, and Fournette will be back. Yeah. No, those are very good points, David. The 49ers could be getting overvalued here. Thomas says, I don't think the 49ers defense is that good. I think they're okay. They played some bad offenses in the last 3 weeks. I think they're a up-and-coming defensive team. Scott Carter says, bag any hot bowl plays. I like the Canes plus 6.5. You know, I got here halfway through the bowl season, and I kind of laid off of it. Now I'm going to have to do some capping over the next few weeks, but I don't have any hot picks at this point. Blake Sims says, and can you please check out my channel at Sports Predictions? Just look up Who Dat Chant Live. You'll find me. Okay, Blake. Yeah, well, hit me on Twitter, and we'll get that shit going. Small Thrill says Jim Zorn. yeah, baby. Matt Varnum says the over is not out of reach in Mercer, Alabama. 35-31. Need 84 or maybe overtime. Yeah, not out of reach, I guess. Medicine H20. Nice, man. It says Cleveland. Nice to see you again, pal. It says Cleveland, Milwaukee. First half over hit easy. Pedro Barbosa says Giannis is ruling. 15-point game. Let's go to the fourth. God damn it. Joe Flo says good point on the 49D. Jimmy should get a Christmas red cap. Yeah, man. James Stacy says draft spot let for 49ers now. Yeah, a lot of 49ers fans are really angry that they're winning these games, but it's good to have some hope heading into the new year. Gerard says Chargers, Jets over. Dave Hudson says, Jimmy, I thought you were Canadian. San Fran, Seattle? What the fuck, David? There's no Canadian teams in the NFL. When you want me to talk about the BC Lions? I think Cam Wake's my favorite player in the NFL because he was a BC Lion Defensive Player of the Year for a couple years. Next Level says 49ers just hit goal with Jimmy Garoppolo, says Next Level 11. I wouldn't bet on them too much this year. Not worth it. Just wait until next year. There will be a big playoff contender. I like that news. Seahawks, Cortez Kennedy. I like that too. Blake doesn't have Twitter, but here's a link. Okay, sweet. Okay, we only have 8 minutes left, and so let's quickly. So everyone likes the Jags here over my Niners, and I understand it. Don't like it, but understand it. So we have a couple games left. So we have Giants at Cardinals. Cardinals 3.5-point favorites. What a garbage spot that is. Seahawks at Cowboys. Cowboys are 5-point favorites. That's an interesting spot. I think the Seahawks should bounce back after this trashing that they took. Curious to think what you guys are saying. Hear what you guys are saying. Tomor says, I hear a lot of positive comments about Garoppolo. He hasn't played a real defense yet. Whoa, Tomor, stay kind. We're all very excited about Tomor. Or sorry, about Tomor. We're all very excited about Jimmy G. So be tread softly. Tread softly. Men's Name 20 says, I'm liking Seattle off the ass whooping. I think so. Patty Tiffany says, Panthers, Tampa played Monday, several injuries. No week off due to hurricane. Really up for Monday night. Doubt they can get up again on the road. Interesting. Christopher Money says, buy Loshak a 59-50 New York hat for Christmas. Not a bad idea. Gerard says, Jimmy G isn't staying in San Fran? What the fuck, Gerard? What do you mean? Blake Simpson agrees? No way. We are keeping him. How about the over in Seahawks Cowboys? 47. I don't know about the over. The Seahawks defense has to come back. What happened to them? They were doing a good job creating pressure, creating an enormous amount of pressure, and they've stopped doing that. Or they stopped doing that in that game. That's what was happening. They lose Chancellor, then they lose Sherman, and the only way to balance that off was to get as much pressure on the quarterback as possible. Strange spot. I wonder what you guys think about the over. Yeah, where else would you think he'd be? Okay, Homer says, I think Eagles will blow out Oakland. Yeah, Eagles are 9-point favorites. We haven't got to that game yet. And we have Steelers minus 8.5 at Texans, so feel free to jump in any of those. Jimmy G learned from King Brady. He will be dominant. I agree. Well, I don't know about dominant, actually. I take that back, but I think he'll be really good. Gerard says Patriots will pick them up again. Come on, man. James says if Seahawks could win this, we wouldn't have bothered. The 49ers wouldn't have bothered picking him up. They would have gone for the first overall draft pick or second overall because the Browns are such shit. James says if Seahawks could win this week, they would have won last year. Ignore Seattle December record. They're badly injured beyond last week. Beyond last week. Sorry. They would have won last week. Ignore Seattle's December record. I hear you. Gerard says Brady is done after this year. I don't know. Blake Simpson says Browns will win first game this week. Mets H20 says Pittsburgh lays down to teams thinking hard about Houston on Christmas. Interesting. Eli is going to Denver, says Gerard. You know what, Gerard? I don't think so. I predict that Eli will go to Jacksonville. That's my prediction. Follow Coughlin. Why go to Denver? But it's either Denver or Jacksonville. Christopher Money says, here, there's a crystal ball under your hat. Is that cheating? Hey, man, there's some hair still there, man. It's just the light makes it look like there's no hair. There's fucking hair, dude. I got some fucking hair still. Thomas says, I think Seattle will bounce back. Wilson is too tough to go out like this, even if they can't make the playoffs. I agree. Luke Cole says, Steelers' margins of victory on the road this year. 3 loss, 17, 6, 5, 3, and 3. Wow, that's interesting stats, Luke. I don't see how you can trust Pittsburgh laying this many points. Clint says, it was fun, Jim. Got a jet. Thanks for hanging on another fun night. Anna Marek, you stole the show with your idea, man. I'm gonna hammer it. Small Thrill says, Cousins to Denver. I think that's possible. I think it's very possible, Small Thrill. Blake Simpson says, Carson Palmer done? I think so. I've thought so for a while. Gerard said, that is a good prediction, Jimmy. That is the next possibility. I think so. I really think he'll follow Coughlin. They have a real special bond. Pedro Barbosa says Cousins to Denver. Yeah, it doesn't hard for him to imagine that. David Hutton says beat down to a team already with locker room problems. I will take Dallas with Zeke coming back. Yeah, it's an interesting. Yeah, no, maybe I'm gonna have to study this game more. No question about it. And I gotta get my fucking picks in by tomorrow. It's so annoying. Stanton to start for Zona, says Nell C. Tatty Tiffany says new respect for Matt Ryan after yelling get fucking set on Monday night. James Stacy said Browns will not win because I can already hear BMOC celebrating his team no win bet. BMOC can see the future. All right. And El Dino Delacool says Zeke will have a very tough matchup. I feel you. Well, we only have 4 minutes left. I got a lot of work to do on this fucking card, man. God, tough. I need to have a good week because I need to fuck the prick in the fucking drink hole. I need to get him right in the old brown eye. I need to get him bad. For your 16-hour day. Thank you for your 16-hour day, says Christopher Monies. Merry Christmas to you and Loshak. Oh, that's very sweet of you to say, my friend. The next level, Blake Simpson said, I think Marcus Mariota is going to Browns for a first-round draft pick. I don't think the Browns would want Mariota. He looks broken. Next level says, Patriots fans know about Jimmy G more than all of you Jimmy G haters. He will be great. Oh, man, I don't think there's many haters here. We love Jimmy G. King Brady will play until he's 60 if he has a choice, but he'll probably only play until he gets 10 rings. David Hedden says, Jimmy, you're the man. Keep up the good work. Love the work you do. That's very kind of you. Thank you, my friend. David H says, Eagles defend Swiss cheese. Mitchell Shaggis, what it is, says, Jim, can you trust your quick thought on the Vikings-Rams game? I miss those. Well, first of all, I think the Vikings can cover the 8.5 easily against the Packers. Maybe not easily, but I think they can cover it. But I'm going to have to put more study into that. And then the Rams-Titans game, people were very afraid of. People were very scared of that game. And I can understand why. The Titans are the worst team in the league with a good record. And the Rams are -6. It's a tricky spot. Stooge says, Jimmy, should I rip the bong or roll a joint? Man, I say rip the bong, man. Billy Boy says, Loshak in the back show canceled? No, man. We're just taking a few days off because I'm fucking off back to Canada. That's all, man. MVP Sportsbook says Vikings win. I keep my eyebrows another week. Yeah. Now C says Dallas will eat up the clock every possession, run after run. I'm thinking under. That's interesting. Vikings are -10. Yeah, they're -8.5 on the beat the bag contest right now. But I agree with you. I think that line will move in that direction. The man 420 get lifted for us, my friend. I'm gonna get lifted in a few minutes. Says happy holidays, enjoy your time off, keep up the good work. Thank you guys so much. I gotta go. It's 8:59. You have the legend Gabe Morency coming up. Please stick around and watch me. He's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So stick around for the legend Gabe Morency. Thank you guys so much for capping with me. Much love to you all. Have a wonderful Christmas. Let's keep fucking making money. Leche, Alo's bookmakers, Spidey Libre. Enjoy the legend Gabe Morency. Much love.